Hey guys, Stephanie here from Oh You're Lovely. Just a normal day around here. Oh, this thing in my head, no biggie. We're just gonna show you how to make a over-the-top boho floral crown. Are you ready? Let's jump into the tutorial. For this tutorial, you're going to need greenery, sola wood flowers that have already been stemmed with paddle wire. I used a 22 gauge. We are going to use this as well to attach the flowers onto our crown. We're going to use a natural wrapped wire. You can find this in the shop. Actually, all of this for the most part is in the shop. We also have our wire cutters and pliers, just in case. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're going to create the base of the floral crown that we're gonna work with. So we cut the same size of this naturally coiled wire, 2 pieces, approximately the same size. I measured it to be about 27 inches. Now this is just approximate. This is gonna be an adjustable floral crown. The other thing too to note is it's probably better to go a little bit longer than a little bit shorter because we could always trim it at the end. Whereas if it's too short, then we're just gonna have to start over. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna create the loops of where our ribbon is gonna go. So we're gonna take those pieces together and wrap. Now this is a tougher, kind of thicker wire, so you're gonna have to put a little muscle into it. So keep that in mind. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my finger as a base or a spacer, and I'm just gonna take and I'm gonna wrap the wire like once or twice around, go to the next spot, now we have a base for our floral crown where we're going to put all our greenery and flowers. What we're going to be doing is we're going to take some of these longer stems first and we're going to weave them through all of these little spaces that we have. And we're going to use, because this is wire, we're going to use that to our advantage to kind of hold everything in place. You can also take a little bit of floral wire, the paddle wire, either the 22 gauge that we have in the shop, or you can even get a thinner gauge. You can use that as well to kind of keep everything in place. gonna take a look at this actually on my head and see how it's looking and then make any adjustments that we need to make. Guys, I'm looking like the Statue of Liberty. So I think the willow eucalyptus has got to go, or we're gonna trim it. I think maybe we'll trim it because I really like the coloring. And even if we flip this, it's still super pokey. Now we don't have our flowers in, keep in mind of that, but we've got some work to do, you guys. So we're just taking our scissors and we're rounding, and then you can go back to the other side. There's a spine on these leaves right here. And so with that spine, you can go off of that, or you can just kind of trim even to the side of it, just to trim those down a little bit. So I'm gonna do that, and then we'll get to adding flowers. So the one thing I'm noticing is that they're all kind of sitting down in there. So we want to add a couple to sit on top, kind of dimensionally. These are smaller flowers though. These aren't that really big focal piece, but we are going to want to add just a few more flowers in there to give some sort of dimension. If you're going to be doing this for kids, you could also use green floral tape if you prefer that instead of wire. That'll work as well. You need ribbon to finish this tutorial. So I've already done one side. I've adjusted the flowers to where I like them. So what we're gonna do is we're going to take our ribbon and we're gonna create a little loop. And then we're gonna scoot that through, and we're gonna bring the other pieces along for the ride, scoot that through, and we're just making kind of like a slip knot. I think that's what that's called technically. Then we're gonna trim off the little tail. And I always forget which way to do that. Okay. Oop, I think I did it wrong. Well, gosh darn it. No, I got it right. Oh, yay, I got it right. Okay, so we made a little tail on those ends. We'll do the same at the bottom of this. I did go with cream just to play it safe. I didn't have the right kind of pinkish purple to go with this. So we're gonna fold up our ribbon, and the open part, we're going to at the bottom and then go cut upward, and that's going to create that little V cut. Now this is completely adjustable. I just grabbed a whole bunch of ribbon and I didn't no rhyme or reason as to how long it is. You can then trim it up once it is in said head, or you can leave a nice cute little tail going on there. Couple things to note. There was a lot of adjusting. It's probably easier if you have at least to adjust to your own head if you're working on this for somebody else, just to kind of see where the placement is, move it around, all that fun stuff. Also, if you're not wanting something so over the top, I would definitely recommend going with smaller flowers. Anything under that 2-inch mark, probably, in all honesty, the minis and 1.5-inch flowers are going to give you a more delicate looking, less statement over the top boho kind of vibed piece. Also, you can go a little bit smaller on the headband, again, because we've got that ribbon, so that we have an adjustable type of headpiece. And then finally, you can also use something like this for a maternity band. I mean, I do have a little fluff there, so we could kind of look like I'm already pregnant, but how cute would that be? And then ribbon tied, perfect. So this is another option for a maternity band as well for those fun maternity photos that everybody likes to take. So there you have it. If you're loving what we're doing around here, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell. And to learn more about the 100 different style sola wood flowers we have in stock, make sure to check out ohyourelovely.com. Until next time, this is Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, and you, my friends, are absolutely lovely. Bye guys.